Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TORA Classic 24 Hours of Daytona. I'm your host today, BER Dr. Ice. We got quite a long race coming up ahead of us. Sorry about that. I've had a cough since I woke up this morning. But, how's everybody doing this morning? Afternoon, night, depending on wherever you're living at right now. See, we have a couple people watching right now. While we're waiting on everyone to get sorted in the lobby, let's go ahead and excuse me. Let's get through some of the pre-race info. So we have a total of 71 teams and 12 different cars of the 15 allocated for the BOP throughout this entire day. Let's do a quick run through of the course. So, Daytona is about a 3.5 mile long 12 turn circuit. First race was in the early 60s to try and really get a European crowd to the track. Features all 4 of the NASCAR turns on that massive 31-degree banking. Pretty technical infield course, and then the bus stop chicane on the back straight. Pretty close to how Monza is run. There's a lot of drafting that's going to happen. Pretty tight infield. Might see some decent battles. I think most of the battles will be to the start-finish line in a turn 1. But yeah. Just waiting on the lobby to get going. LP Insanity, how's it going? See Reverb's in here. Let's get a brief rundown of the teams and drivers for Lobby 2. So a couple of the teams we're going to see is Velocity Endurance Racing taking pole in B Lobby, driven by Ender D Kid. LES really close behind them with a less than 500ths difference between the best 2 lap times of the 2 teams, so we'll be keeping an eye on them. Looking forward to you broadcasting our stint. Absolutely. Getting to the CBL team, CBL Racing GTP. The boys racing, TBR Rose, Virtuoso, and those guys. AFC, the boys Pugatti, SCW Poping. Darkster's in here, Insanity's in the chat. NWR, Apex, MMR. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. And for our GTP teams, we have CBL again, Mashiro, representing Type Moon Racing, Toaster Lord and the Evolve Racing 2 Ford, Apex again, SF Michaels representing Audi Sport Team Swordfish, XMS, and that is all. So, yeah, we're just gonna hang out here, wait for the lobby to get ready to rock and roll, and we'll get this started. We got Wixie in chat with the goats. Yes, sir. See what else we can go over while we wait. I don't think there's a whole lot. I kind of jumped the gun there. First time streaming on my own, so there might be quite a bit of dead space. Mikun25, how's it going? We can take a look at some of the cars that are in the lobby as we're sitting here. Come on. There we go. We have some Porsches. Have a Peugeot, the singular Peugeot, I believe, in the... Yep, the singular Peugeot in the GTP field. A couple of Aston Martins, Nissan. Probably the best sounding race car of all time, the Mazda 787B. I haven't driven any of these cars to give you an idea of how they fare. But as long as we have the game audio going, we should be good to go. Yep, it is going. Alright. Definitely have a listen to the 787B coming around the track. Specifically onto NASCAR 3 out of the Eastern Horseshoe, I believe. Let me pull up my track map cheat sheet. Nope, just turn 6. Alright. See if we can get a peek at some of the liveries. You see LES's. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll get a better look at the liveries as the cars take on the track. We're waiting on a couple people to ready up. Got a little pace car action, I believe. And, yeah. Deacon, how's it going? Yes, we are getting underway. To give everyone an idea of where I've been, well, let's see, hopefully there should be some good racing. Absolutely. Should be a pretty intense battle for the lead of GTPs. Go back to my live timing on my other monitor. See how close the battle for the Grand Touring cars, the GRT class. Looks like a pretty decent spread. I'm gonna see a decent battle for 6th between AFC and XMS. But I'm sure that when everybody's in the draft, they get stacked up and rocking and rolling. All those times will start to meld together a little bit. Let's see, A lobby. Yeah, let's see if we have anybody. I think we're waiting on MMR Rainsu. Yep, he just joined back. He or she. Give everyone an idea of where I've been. I've kind of shifted away from playing Forza Motorsport, and I'm gonna try my hand at commentating some of the series. I've been really busy on iRacing. But we'll save that for a different stream. Save the iRacing stuff for the iRacing series that I will hopefully be commentating as well. That'll be pretty cool. Threw my name in for the the Classic Trans Am series, which is also coming up. Let's see if we're gonna get rolling. Waiting on Rainsuit to ready up. And the beautiful 787B. Feel bad for anybody stuck driving or driving near a 787B for the next about an hour and a half. There's a very loud and very beautiful sounding car. I think all these cars sound pretty good, but my favorite, just because of that that rotary, is the Mazda, hands down. Not give too much love to the GTPs. We do have some RX-7s in here. Okay, it looks like Via will be our... Oh, here we go. Looks like Via is going to be our pace car driver in the C8 Z06. So we're getting the grid sorted here. Pretty close between these two. Let me pull their lap times. Or their quality times, rather. Ender running a 127.6. And LES Phase, probably butchering that. 127.9. Then again, with as long as the straightaways are here, as long as they can stay in the draft of Ender, anything's possible. Definitely one of the tracks where people be driving in their rear view mirror more than their front windshield, just watching the car behind. More so a battle for second of anything, as we're getting underway here. More so a battle for second so you can be first into turn one, which is kind of counterintuitive to how you would want to race. I mean, everyone wants to be in first place, right? But because the draft is so strong and you're coming out of NASCAR 3 and 4, it's more often than not advantageous to be in second place to catch that draft and really slingshot around them, especially if you know you have the time in the infield. Let's make sure I don't disconnect here. That would be very embarrassing. Got 11 people in. Welcome on board, everybody. We are still waiting. Oh. So we cue the elevator music here. And... no, not yet. Hey, there we go. Get a look at the field and some of the liveries. Man, that is beautiful. So Via's already gone. Alright. Let's do... oh! Has my game crashed already? What is going on? And my game has crashed. It wouldn't be a TORA stream without a crash. See if I can hop back in here. Gotta love it. Yep, definitely have crashed. Let's try and get back in here. And salvage what we can. That's a clip if I've ever seen one, honestly. Alright, let me take you guys to intermission while I get this figured out and back into the lobby. Actually, no, we're gonna run this live. Let's get back in here. Yeah, 10 of 10. Absolutely. Come on now. I've managed to get back in. Alright. We're going to miss a pace lap. We're going to be behind here since I jumped the gun at the start. No restart. Let's see. Oh, did they wait for me? Was I the one to cause the restart? That is a first. A streamer causing a restart on an enduro. If that's on your bingo card for 2026, oh, somebody else did? Okay, thank God. So I was gonna say, if that was on your bingo card for 2026, go ahead and stamp that block, boys. Oh, man. Was it Murphy's Law? If it can go wrong, it will? That's probably what caused me to crash, isn't it? I don't know. Alright, let's see if I have better luck this time. Oh, there's Toaster Lord. Alright. It is. Yes, it is. Insanity. I was about to feel so bad. I was gonna have a message in my DMs. You, the streamer, have caused a delay in the race. We're not gonna have you back. But it wasn't me, thankfully. Although it was. And I did stream my game crashing, so you know. Then Mashiro died. Okay, gotcha. Someone didn't answer about side of track. Okay, all good. Definitely put me through the paces. It's my first time commentating alone. Let's try it again. Alright, we've gotten farther than we have before. Definitely want that on. Let's go down the driver list. So, Ender the Kid. Let's get a different... Let's get a look at these liveries while we can. Nope, not that. The beautiful Velocity Endurance paint with the required Doggino there on the right front. It's not a VER paint if you don't have the dog on there at least twice by the looks of it. Oh, almost did that again. The beautiful LES paint. The CBL Move 65. Got a little cheeseburger on the front of it by the looks of it. Okay, I dig that. The TBR paint, piloted by TBR Rose. AFC Maverick. That is nice classy looking paint. It's like a Poping. Interesting looking paint. of the Calsonic Nissan from, or Nissan Calsonic from Darkser. The LMP, oh, let's listen to that. NWR car looking pretty snazzy. Apex with the green. Okay, the Apex taxi. Love that, love that. Okay, we've got some anime style going on with MMR. And the CBL Mazda. We got Mishiro, that's pretty sick looking. Uh-oh. Toaster Lord, if we can get over here on it. Okay. Alright, everyone's doubling up. Somebody's really not liking their engine. Alright, let's get back on the leaders and get ready for the green flag. Oh, it's probably the pace car doing that. See what point of interest we have here. Ooh, there's a good one. Okay. Lotus, how's it going? Let's go ahead and get ready for the green flag as field. So field comes in. Let's go ahead and... Uh-oh. There we go. Let's go and hide this, and we are underway for the classic 24 Hours of Daytona. They are waiting through the line, all right. And immediately cuts us off from his replay cameras. Oh, a little bumping behind Ender. Let's go to the driver's list. CBL moves from what looked to be 4th to 2nd. Oh, looks like we had a disconnect. Bindu left the group. Interesting. Let's focus on the battle for the lead as Ender is just pulling off from the rest of the field. Followed closely behind by Move 65. Like he's sleeping nervous for my standing, even though it's way later. Yep, I feel that. This is where we're really gonna see. Oh, what happened here? Looks like there was a wreck of some sort. LMP Insanity. Oh no! I had some cars get into each other, and I definitely did not see that. As Rainsu's in the wall in turn 6. It's not a good look so far, but there are 23 more hours to go. Most of the field, we have a decent battle for 3rd coming up. Two wide, almost 3 wide into turn 1. Sliding wide into the cones as the CBL car goes wide. Hang on, I need to put driver names on. I am so sorry. Names over cards, yes, please. Full. There we go. Uh-oh. Somebody's in the wall ahead. Who's this? Oh, as people are leaving. Might have our first restart. Yes, we do. Somebody was in the wall. Wants to collaborate. Yes. Stream together, share chat. Absolutely. So we're going to be collaborating with TORA live here. We go and accept this. Restart? Okay, no worries. Let me go ahead and back out of this, as I am the last one. Pre-race menu. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened. We had pretty rough crash there on, looked like turn 2. LMP Insanity was caught up in it. Had some touring cars. Rainsu went into the wall by the looks of it. Guest star. I'm not sure how this... Which may record video and sound when you're backstage for safety reasons. Okay. I guess I'm collaborating with TORA Live. Figure out what that's about while we wait for the restart. Okay. Initiate a shared chat. Okay. How do I do this? We have a shared chat going with a lobby, not showing up for some reason. We're working through that right now. Maybe I waited too long. But yes, we'll be sharing the chat between A and B lobby. As soon as we get it figured out. What's going on? Collab invite. Visit site. Okay. Let's see what join session. Using stream together and shared chat. Alright, let's see what this does. Join session. Get started. Okay, my stream is still going. Shared chat moderation. Okay, got it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have a shared chat between us and B Lobby and the top stream hosted by Sapitron in A Lobby. Figure out what I need to do for this. As we get the field situated again. You can communicate chats with each other. Okay. Cool. B lobby nerds. Come on, Aramis. We're down here. There we go. Now there's 83 total viewers between us and B Lobby. This is pretty cool that we can do this. Alright, let's focus back on the race. Switch this over. We're lined back up. What have I done? Okay, we're good. For those of you hopping over from the A Lobby stream, we got underway, had a GTP and a touring car, what seemed to be involved in a crash, and we have restarted because of that. Mod here, hope everyone's behaving. Absolutely, everyone should be behaving. I'm not sure what that has done to my folks down at B Lobby, but yeah. Do the automatic ticker. I kind of have squirrel brain. Alright, as we're doubled up here in Lobby B for the restart. Make sure we're focused on Ender. Here we go. Still going. Pace car should be diving in soon, and we'll take green flag for the restart at the line. The crowd is going nuts. Right, and we are underway. Again. See, LES got a nice jump. Going side by side into turn one already. With a big move on Ender, as Ender is holding him off. CBL diving to the outside. Doesn't look to be working there on cold tires just yet, as Ender is running away with it. No, not pre-race menu. Unhide. TBROs seem to have dropped a spot. Let's take a look at the battle up here. Watch this battle as they are... Looks like a NASCAR pack onto NASCAR 3. As our leaders, Ender and LESers, started pulling away from the rest of the pack. Let's watch these two as they come through the bus stop. Side by side, LES, her face putting a lot of pressure on Ender, backs off. As they get through the bus stop unscathed. As does the rest of the field. Keep our eyes on the battle for first, as FaZe is just sitting behind them. Let's take a look at third. They're pretty spaced out. Poping making a move on Darkster here. They go side by side into turn one. TBR Rose quick and hot on their tail as Poping gets the move almost done. Let's see if he can defend it. And he completes the pass through turn one. A lot of action going on. I am sorry about my squirrel brain. As Poping solidifies the move into fifth. AFC Mavericks moves up into third. CBL down in, Muff 65 down into fourth as Poping is clawing back positions. No battle for ninth. Let's take a look at our leaders in the GTP category. As Toaster Lord has taken the lead in the, sorry, not the GTP, the touring car category. There's a nice battle going on for touring cars. Let's check back in on this pack of touring cars. Prototypes, I'm sorry. I have a squirrel brain. This looks like it's going to be an interesting turn one coming up, as all four of these cars have an interesting, or a very large run as they go 2x2 into turn one. Hit by Maverick. Hoping, trying to get the switch back on Muffin. It looks like he might get it. And he solidifies that pass. Very aggressive driving by Poping as he is on the rear bumper of Maverick. Poping really aggressive coming through the field. Hot on the tail. Let's check back on our leaders so we don't get pigeonholed. And there's a decent battle for the lead as FaZe has kind of reeled in Ender. So Ender's just driving off, taking FaZe with him from the rest of the field, trying to run from Poping, who has a considerable run, already up into 4th from 7th. Oh, a little contact into the bus stop. Loses a little bit of time. Let's take a look at the battle between Poping and Maverick. This Poping will surely be looking to get the pass done to start reeling in FaZe and Ender. Just got back from being safety car. What happened? Poping's making a considerable jump through the field, and nothing crazy has happened. Poping goes through the outside, trying to get the switch back, almost pushing Maverick through turn one. Coming through the international horseshoe. Still really aggressive driving from Poping. It looks like the field is starting to split off. Oh, we have a GTP car, or touring car rather. Looks like to have gotten into some trouble. It's AFC Rottweilers. Probably had an incident with Dragon if I had to take a wild guess. Oh, sorry, there's a lot of changes. Let's get back to our battle here. As I missed, no, Darkseer's making the move through the field as well, as he is now up 3 positions from 8th. See how Poping's faring with Maverick. Maverick seems to be holding off Poping. Let's get back to turn 1. As they seem to be catching traffic already. Pretty hot battle for the lead in B lobby here. As Maverick is continuing to... Oh! Maverick is holding on to P3 with his life as Poping trying anything, specifically on the outside, to try and get Maverick to stay tight on exit, but it doesn't seem to have paid off. Let's get back to it. As it looks like the leaders are catching traffic now. It's not too terrible. Seems pretty calm so far, as Rottweilers will be at the whim of the GTP field coming out of NASCAR 2 and into NASCAR 1 as well. As Maverick and Poping are side by side. It's like Poping backs off for the bus stop. Smart move. Trying to get a considerable run out of it. He might have the speed advantage. Rottweiler looks to be staying low. Okay, definitely keeping his line, keeping predictable as the GTPs come flying around him. Let's get back to Rottweiler as he is catching some GTP traffic in turn 1. That's not going to be good news for Moof, who has dropped, looks like to avoid contact, and has slid off the track as Arkina moves up into 7th and Moof moves down to 8th. Not a good start for the CBL team, but they'll be getting back into the groove of things. Let's take a look at this battle. TBR Rose gets a pass done past Darkser. See if he can reel in, hoping and join that battle for 3rd. Let's check in on our leaders. They're still battling. Still close battle. Phase kind of reserved through NASCAR 1 and 2 into the bus stop. Just kind of riding behind Ender to see what the... Hang on. No, that is turn 1. I am sorry. Let's see who we got. Oh no! Insanity's gone off. Let's see if he has any damage. He has a lot of damage, driveline damage. He's going to be going into the pits to get that repaired. Unfortunate for LMP Insanity. So he goes into the pits to get that situated. Looks like Mashiro is our leader for the touring car. Yes, he is. Followed, I would say closely behind by Toaster Lord. Then SF Michaels, CBL Ferrari, followed closely behind by Apex Kimmy as some GTP traffic comes flying up on them. Let's see how the GTPs start handling some of this traffic. Poping seems to have gotten the pass done on Mavericks for 3rd. I would imagine capitalizing on crashed with Rottweiler. Got word from the chat that Insanity got into a bit of a wreck with Rottweiler. The field seems to be splitting up now as Poping is just running off from Maverick. Battle for 4th as Darkser is fighting off TBR Rose into turn 1. Let's get back onto our battle for the lead. It's coming through the Western Horseshoe with Mashiro, the touring car lead. As they're easily slicing through the touring car traffic. See how Poping fares. He is quickly reeling them in with Maverick in tow. We'll see what the gap is as soon as the ticker switches over. But he is definitely the biggest mover here in the TBR car. So both of our leaders go into the pits. Let's see if Poping will join them. Definitely see a difference in tire strat here. As Poping decides to stay out, as he is now the leader. Mashiro goes in. It's where we're going to see a difference in tire strat. I believe both of them were running soft tires. For their first stint. We'll see if Poping is either on mediums or hards, as he is driving off from the rest of the field. Let's see where Ender and FaZe come out. They come out in 7th and 8th respectively. Sorry, 8th and 9th respectively, as they are now side by side, going 3 wide through the... Oh no, as Ender's pushed wide sideways. See if he can save it. Beautifully saved by Ender. If I was Dragon in that situation, I really, the pucker factor would have been dialed up. It was an interesting move going through that little dog leg, pushing it 3 wide with slower traffic, definitely on the inside. Ender will definitely have to reel back in FaZe, but there's still an hour and 12 minutes left in the stint, so we'll definitely be watching those. Poping continues to drive off from the rest of the field, as now Darkser makes a pass by Maverick. My guess is Maverick is on a harder compound of tire. So now TBR Rose is joining that battle technically for second. As Toaster Lord goes into the pits. Really pushing it through the Western Horseshoe. Ender's gotten the pass on Apex Why Not, as he continues to move through the field on a fresher set of tires. As Why Not's battling some touring car traffic. Let's take a look at FaZe. Let's come back up to the battle for... Now the battle for third, as Darkster starts to pull away. Maverick really driving in his mirrors with TBR Rose looking to the outside. Might have a slight speed advantage as they come side by side into turn 1. We'll see what's going to happen here. Rose taking it wide. Really putting the pressure on Maverick here. This is a pretty nice battle. Poping continues to drive off from the rest of the field, followed by Darkser. Nice battle for third between Maverick and Rose. Rakina close behind. Just buying some time, followed by Rainsu in 6th. Move. I'm gonna butcher that. I'm gonna butcher that name until I get corrected. FaZe coming through the Western Horseshoe, Ender coming through the Western Horseshoe now, followed by Why Not Insanity. Unfortunately, with that crash between him and Rottweiler, according to chat. It's bringing up the tail end of the field, as Michaels is our leader for the Grand Touring cars, followed by Ferrari, Kimmy close behind. XMS Dragon kind of on his own, Mashiro, Toaster Lord, and Rottweilers. Looks like Maverick is going into the pits. Darkser, Rose, Arkina all three, make up a position. There's Rainsu as well. So if I had to guess, Maverick was on the medium set, as Poping, Darkser, Rose, and Arkina make use of the hard tires. Definitely see the field start to spread out, as start to take note of some of the different tire strats going on here. Let's go on board with good old TBR Rose, as we have Rexpertise in the chat. How's it going? Really starting to reel in Darkser. Arkina's hot on his tail. take a look at our 7th and 8th drivers. FaZe seems to be catching up to the rest of the field, really driving the tires off of that car. As Ender just buying his time, getting back in the groove after being sent wide through the dogleg. I've raced with Ender quite a bit. I know he doesn't get rattled that much. It takes him not a whole lot of time to get back in the groove as Rose dives into the pits. Darkster, Poping, Arkina. See who else decides to stay out. Rainsu decides to go into the pits. Will the CBL car go into the pits? I believe yes, they will. We just watched FaZe and Ender pit for softs, as they will move up. Let's see where Rose will come out, as this is a super long pit road. Poping continuing to extend that lead on Darkster and the rest of the pack. So I gotta give some love to Porsche. Looks like it's gonna take off and fly. Yes, it does. Might have a battle for... Oh, is our touring car leader and Kimmy come in for fresh tires. And our new leader for the touring car field is CBL Ferrari. See if Mashiro and Toaster Lord decide to stay out. It looks like they are. As Poping comes into the pits for fresh tires, let's see if Darkster is going to follow suit. As Darkster and Arkina go side by side into pit lane. Now the real question is, where will... looks like FaZe will take the lead back. Real question is, will Ender have enough time to get out in front of the leaders? I believe he is on more worn softs, or if he debated taking mediums as he starts slicing through the field, as Poping is coming out of pit lane now. As he comes back into second, they will swap back as Rottweilers and Apex Why Not dive into their pits. They will eventually swap back because Ender is on worn tires. Let's take a look at Poping. Oh, goes a little wide on the exit of the horseshoe through turn 6. Let's take a look at the battle between Rose and Maverick again. Arkina and Darks are close behind them. Oh, as we had a disconnection. The CBL move disconnects. That is a tough break for them. I believe they disconnected. Let's see. This looks like Rose gets the... They're side by side through the bus stop. Rose backs off. XMS Dragon takes their first pit stop. There's so many battles going on. It's hard to find one and stick to it because I just want to jump all over the place and give everyone some love. Let's give Toaster Lord some love. Is coming up onto the rear bumper of Mashiro. This should be an interesting interesting battle coming up through the bus stop and into NASCAR 3 and 4 and ultimately turn 1 as we see our GTP leader come in, making their way through the field. I don't believe he has the draft, but we'll check back on them in a minute. Let's see where's some battles going on. Looks like the hottest battle going on right now is going to be this battle for 4th. The CBL Ferrari comes in for their second pit stop. Yeah, let's tune into this battle for 4th in the GTPs. We'll keep an eye on this map. Maverick's gonna have a considerable run. Oh, we have some action here. This is Mashiro is fighting off Toaster Lord as here comes Ender. Coming up on the battle for looks to be, I believe these are our leaders, Mashiro and Toaster Lord. It's a battle for first place in the Touring Car Championship. Oh, somebody goes wide. Who was that? Who went wide? Who was that? Ender going wide again. Probably clipped the grass on the exit of the dog leg. Not a good, not a good stint for Ender, but I know he will lock in as Insanity comes into the pits. Slowly making up positions. Probably opting for a harder tire compound. Where is Poping in relation to Ender? It's coming up on him in the bus stop, has some touring car traffic to deal with, but that's going to give him some speed coming into NASCAR 3 and 4. Looks like Rose, or Maverick has put some space on Rose. This is Arkina. Arkina's got a gap on... Oh, as Ender comes into the pits, I believe he might have had some damage. It's not a good look for Ender and the VER team, but we'll see what happens. FaZe looks to be just running off with this. On the softer set of tires, yes. Let's get some driver... Nope, not that driver info. Let's get... Not car telemetry, not summary. Trying to get our lap times for you guys, but my brain will not let me find it. As FaZe comes into the pits. I don't know if he will get out in front of Poping. He will not. More than likely coming out right behind Rose if I was a betting man. Nope. Probably Arkina, maybe Darkser. Go on board with Darkser as FaZe comes out of the pits. Nope, Darkser will get around him as well. So he will come out in 7th, 6th. Maverick still managing to hold back Rose. So field starts to bunch up here around the battle for 2nd. With FaZe on newer tires. Maybe Ender was going for a slight undercut on FaZe to get some fresher tires to get back up to him. Quite a considerable gap between the two cars. Love more GRT coverage. We could do that. Not sure if that was in the A lobby chat or the B lobby chat. Let's get some coverage for these guys over here. Let's find a decent battle going on. Our GRT field is definitely very, very spread out. As we have Mashiro followed by Toaster Lord. Would say closely, but I believe he is out of draft range. And SF Michaels far behind them. Apex Kimmy, CBL Ferrari, which I believe is on newer tires than Kimmy. Let's take a look. Gonna slide through the field as we are nearing the 1 hour left point, or an hour and 10. Let's go on board with Rose. What's this battle going on up here? 8th. Ender making his way through some GRT traffic. So looks like the rest of the leaders of the GTP field are catching the back marker for the GRT class. Rose goes wide through turn 1, really pushing that car to the max. Trying to reel Maverick in, who is definitely more reserved. Looks like they're gaining on Poping. Let's see. Apex Maverick going a little wide through turn 6. There's a battle for 6th going on as Baze on his fresh tires is reeling in Rainsu, who has been out for quite a bit. Looking to get, okay, so that's Rottweiler. Might be looking for a pass on turn 1 here. Oh! Tries to put his nose into Rainzu on the bus stop. That definitely cost him a little bit of time. Passing through the bus stop is ballsy unless you really have watched that driver and know how they react under pressure and have a lot of track time with that person. Let's see, battle for... Okay, we're on this battle. Where is... Maverick and Rose are still in a battle. Looks like the gap between Maverick and Poping is dropping off a little bit. I believe that's only down to Warren tires. We're gonna stay here for the battle for 6th. As we're catching some slower traffic as FaZe got into the back of Rainsu. Looks like he didn't mean to and is given the position back. Good sportsmanship there. That is definitely a big plus to FaZe there. Definitely wasn't looking to get into the back of them, but is given the position back. Let's see if it's getting near pit time for some of these guys. Poping staying out. Yeah, that gap between Maverick and Poping is slowly dwindling away. Let's scroll through the field here, see if we can get some good action for you guys. So we have decent battle between Arkina and Darkster, but they seem to be on the same pit strategy. So I anticipate we'll see them go through pit lane side by side again. It'll be a difference in fuel load. Let's see. No, the gap is remaining the same between Poping and Maverick. Rose just kind of hanging back. Arkina and Darkser. Let's go back for this battle for 6th. So I'm not sure what is going on with my ticker, but FaZe is definitely a half second behind Rainsu, but they seem to be dancing. So Maverick goes into the pits. We'll see if Rose decides to stay out. See if Arkina, Darkster, now they decide to stay out another lap. As Rainsu and FaZe are side by side coming into turn 1. Rainsu has the advantage on the inside. Trying to get the switch back. Rainsu blocks it nicely. To come through the international horseshoe. FaZe more reserved after the contact through turn 6. Definitely doesn't want to you put focus on, and if you put focus on one guy, if I recall correctly. Sorry, I'm just reading chat with it's anonymous here. We are on a shared chat, so this is my first time doing this, so I don't know exactly what is going on. FaZe looking to the inside. Definitely trying to line up a pass through the bus stop, taking the outside line. Has a run on Rainsu as they come side by side. Definitely has a nose on him. Let's see who backs out first. Oh, this is gonna get dicey as they go side by side through the bus stop. Rainsu backs off, conceding the position to FaZe. However, now Rainsu has the draft advantage to take the advantage into turn 1 as Rainsu is now looking to the outside. Let's see who has decided to pit. Nobody's gone into the pits yet as we are now in a battle for 5th. FaZe holding on to that inside. Really getting the power down to keep that position as he seems to have solidified P5. Let's look into this battle for 3rd now. As Darkster and Arkina are getting into it. Sorry, getting tongue-tied. See if Arkina is going to try and get a pass done here. More than likely not. They did seem to be running the same fuel and tire strat. It's like he has backed off a little bit. Getting a little squirrely on the exit of the bus stop, hitting some slower traffic. Definitely cutting him off to try and break the toe to Arkina. As Poping stays out again. Rose decides to go into the pits. See if Darkser stays out, Arkina stays out. Let's check on Ender. I think I missed Maverick going into the pits. Toaster Lord goes in. So we're shuffling the field yet again. Maverick staying out, Ender staying out. Now the battle for second. Keep an eye on this battle for fourth. Looks like there's quite a bit of a gap between Rainsu and FaZe now. FaZe definitely on the newer tires. Zarkina's looking to close the gap and stay on Darksters. They're nearing their pit window. Poping's still out. As Darkster goes in, and Arcana decides to stay out, getting the overcut. Rainsu goes in. FaZe now back into third. As Maverick and Ender are rounding NASCAR 3. As Ender gets a pass on him. I should have clicked on that earlier. Ender must have had a really good exit out of the bus stop chicane. There's a train of cars behind them as Rose on fresher tires coming out of the pits. Let's get on board with Rose as he tries to make his way back through the field. Startster comes out of the pits behind him. Let's see how Rose fares with Maverick and Ender. Seems to be buying his time, getting some heat into those brand new tires, and definitely looking to get the draft on Maverick to try and reel them in, as Maverick is a little squirrely on the exit of turn 6. Definitely has the draft, so we'll see a move from Rose. Arcana going into the pits this time by. FaZe going into the pits. So now Ender, Maverick, and Rose in a pretty lengthy battle for fourth. Oh, we'll call it a battle for fifth between Maverick and Rose. Arcana is now the biggest mover of Stint1. We'll see where Arcana and FaZe come out in regards to Rose and Maverick. It looks like they will be coming out behind them. FaZe is still in the pits. A lot of the touring car guys coming out, or coming into the pits, I'm sorry. Don't have any good battles going on in the touring car class other than Michaels and Kimmy by the looks of it, as Apex Why Not decides to come into the pits for some new tires and fuel. That was a battle for fifth as Darkster comes flying by Arcana. I don't believe that overcut has saved them any time. Poping into the pits now is now Ender. Mavericks and Rose are closing in on him as Insanity goes into the pits as well. Let's see where Ender... Poping definitely has the advantage as he is about to rejoin the field. Ender and Maverick still, as we see Rose setting up a move, going to the outside. Oh, the switchback on Maverick. Let's see if he can hold on to it. Maverick lunges to the inside to defend his position. Let's see. Pushes him a bit wide, keeping it clean. What a defense by Maverick. Let's go ahead and watch this for a couple laps, see how it plays out. Rose definitely wanting that position back. Definitely setting up that whole exchange in turn 1 by going wide to carry more speed on the exit. Seemed to have paid off for Rose, but didn't quite hold on to it as Maverick lunges on the inside of the International Horseshoe. Definitely trying to bump draft him through NASCAR too, as we come now side by side almost through the bus stop chicane. Rose backs off and hopes to maximize the exit speed. Alright, let's see if he can do it again on turn 1. See where we have some other battles as this Ender goes into the pits. Definitely setting up the same exchange we saw last time, but it looked like Maverick is gonna hold on to it. So they're definitely running down, hoping. Maverick has to be due for tires. We can check tire wear. I do tend to forget. He is not due for tires. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong button. Okay, looks to be Rose is on slightly better tires, so we'll definitely see them staying out and battling for quite some time. We flip through the rest of the field as we watch them go side by side through the bus stop again. Rose giving way. Really trying to get something done to get past Maverick. As our touring car field is definitely very, very spread out. Unfortunately, not a lot to cover here. Would love to give them some screen time, but Rose is still clawing at second place, trying to force Maverick into a mistake as he gets a little sideways. Just biding his time, riding the bumper to try and get him to either lock up or miss a braking point. As it doesn't look like it will happen. I believe this fighting is bringing them closer to poping. Let's take a look. Now it looks like the gap between first and second is staying pretty consistent. Here's what I'll do. Let me get the ticker. I don't have a time difference, interestingly enough. I was going to use the bus stop as a landmark to see how these guys were faring in nope, don't want that. We're gonna go back to replay cameras. So Rose has backed off a little bit. Probably understanding that this battle between him and Maverick is probably costing them quite a bit of time as they're starting to run through some GT traffic. Where is the rest of the field? Ooh, keeping it close to the outside of Michaels. Definitely very reserved but aggressive through the touring car field. Let's see, Insanity. And why not? Where's Ender? Okay. I'm not sure if anyone in the GTP field is a lap down just yet. Looks to almost be that way. Let's go back on board with... Oh, I think I clicked off on a battle for 9th. So we have Ferrari and Rottweiler going into the pits as Insanity goes into the pits. Trying to give people some screen time, but keep going into pit lane. Let's take a look at this battle for second. It's Maverick going a little wide as Rose gets that switchback. Let's see how Maverick defends through the International Horseshoe side by side, late on the brakes. See if Mavericks can use the, well, that was short-lived, to see if he could use the slower traffic as a kind of a rolling roadblock to get some space between him and Rose. These cars are just so fast in comparison to the touring cars. So I believe that was our leader we saw in front. They are closing in on Poping as Rose makes an insane move to the inside on turn 6 to get the pass done. I'm not sure if Maverick went wide or what happened, but it looks like Rose will have at least a slight advantage as Maverick gets the pass done back on the bus stop. As they're definitely closing in on Poping. Oh, I must have been mistaken. As this is a hot battle for second. Insanity forgot to fuel. That is not good. So we will see him in again next time around. An unfortunate fumble from Insanity, as I see in our chat. It's definitely going to cost Insanity some time, as I believe we will see him again through the pits. I guess not. Maybe I was late to see that. I mean, we can check his fuel. I keep forgetting that I have the ability to do that. Show hide telemetry. Yeah. No, should be okay on fuel for now. But let's get back to this battle for second, as I am squirrel braining this. Nope, wrong button. Rose looking to the inside, faking the move in the bus stop. Doesn't seem to rattle Maverick that much. Looks like Darkster is now joining. Hang on. Darkster seems to be joining the battle for second as Maverick goes into the pits. Darkster goes into the pits. Rose stays out. Let's get back on board with Rose, as now he can breathe a sigh of relief as he doesn't have to continuously fight for second. Rainsu stays out, moves into fifth. Ender coming around. Looks like he will move from 8th to 6th. Let's see what we have going on track. What's this little clump of cars? Oh, we are still on Maverick, and it is a touring car battle for... Looks like I have some lapped traffic in the touring car field, maybe. No, that is lapped traffic in the GTP field we're coming up on. See if we can... Let's get these GRT boys some stream time, shall we? Let's find somebody who's... Oh, they're all spread out. Darkster, why not? Insanity, Mashiro. Looks to be our touring car leader. Followed by Toaster Lord and Michaels in third place, then Kimmy, and then CBL Ferrari, XMS Dragon, then Rottweiler in last. It looks like we have Mashiro moving out of some GTP traffic. Just scrolling through the field, looks like we have a battle for 7th. It's like Maverick and Darkster, who did pit at the same time. Okay, that was Mashiro he went flying by. Let's see if Darkster can make up some time on Maverick for the battle for 7th. As Ender's sitting pretty in 6th. It's quite a gap between 5th and 6th. And 4th and 3rd. Well, top 5 is pretty spread out for the GTP field. So be watching this battle for 7th. Yeah, it doesn't look like much else is going on. So the field kind of spreads out. See how Poping is faring. So we'll sit on Poping for a little bit. Kind of, oh, we have a battle for 3rd. Zarkina and Fanes are getting at it. Finally, let's get a hood cam view of FaZe. See if I can figure out how to do that. Camera angle. It was a little wide on the exit of the bus stop. Might have a pretty decent run coming up. He goes side by side with Arkina. Oh yes, I have much better control as Arkina concedes a position to FaZe. And an interesting move, looked like a slight lockup on the inside there. We're watching Arkina looking to the inside of the International Horseshoe. Definitely doesn't get the power down as good as FaZe here. Let's get back to the replay cameras. That was a pass for 3rd. Keep clicking the wrong button. It was a beautiful move on the outside by FaZe. They're now fighting their way through traffic. Mashiro and Toaster Lord go into the pits. Oh no, looks like we have another disconnect. Apex, why not out? So now that is 2 GTPs that have disconnected Stint1. Not a good look as Rose comes into the pits from 2nd. So now FaZe will move into 2nd place, followed by Arkina in 3rd. Rainsu in 4th. Let's take a look at the live timing to see what teams these drivers were associated with. So Moof was actually the 3rd place car in the stint. Apex Why Not was in the 10th spot. So a large hit for the CBL car. Let's see, Poping started 6th. He is running in 1st with looks to be a considerable lead on the rest of the field. As now we have a 3-way battle for 6th going on. Sorry, for 5th. let's get on board with Darkster as we watch this play out. I'm sorry, with Maverick is the middle car. As Maverick looks to the inside of Rose, Rose keeping to the outside, conceding the position as Maverick goes sideways. Oh my goodness, not a good move for Maverick. As he gets sideways holding up Rose, and Darkster just sails through into 5th. So now Rainsu and FaZe are in the pits. Oh my goodness. Rose into 5th, Darkster into 4th. Wow. He's definitely trying to keep it on the track, and he did. Looked like minimal contact. Just jumped the gun on the gas a little bit by the looks of it. As now, let's see, I'll have to fix my map again. As now Rose is closing in on Darkster. Not too happy he sailed through the, that interesting couple of seconds through the bus stop. He's not letting him have 2 positions. Arkina goes into the pits, fakes a move on Darkster, who keeps it cool, calm, collected through the bus stop. I believe Rose will get a actually poor run as Maverick makes a move on him. Let's check on Ender, sitting in 8th now. Come on, we need a touring car battle. Oh, as Darkster makes a move or defends Maverick. Maverick really stuck in the middle of these two as they continue to battle for 2nd. Poping just off running his own race. I'm not sure what he has figured out, but whatever he's done is working. I believe it's all tire strat. As he is off on his own, as now he goes into the pit lane. Let me go back. Now this will be a battle for... No, I think Poping's gonna get out of pit lane before these guys even come back around. Come on, give me a touring car battle. Oh, sorry about that. The people want touring cars. Michaels and Kimmy in pit lane. I think we can watch these guys as the battle for 2nd in the GTP category continues to stay on by the looks of it. Now there's quite a bit of a gap between those two as Ferrari maintains the lead on the touring car category, followed... Oh, we do have a lead for the touring car. Finally, but these guys are running so close together, I almost want to stay on the battle for 2nd. We've already seen it get a little dicey through the bus stop. As there's Arkina going through the outside. We have to watch the bus stop. We'll definitely keep those guys in mind. This is all 3 Darkster, Maverick, and Rose all get through the bus stop calmly this time, as Maverick is looking at the outside of Darkster, trying to carry more speed up onto the banking. So they go side by side. Will Darkster concede the position? Oh my goodness, Maverick dives in front of him. Holds the inside into turn one. Darkster definitely has the advantage coming through the International Horseshoe if he can hold on to it. Definitely a speed advantage getting back by Maverick, as Maverick tries to cut to the inside. Can't hold on to it, it seems. It was a beautiful move by Darkster to hold on to that. Because now we have a battle for fourth, as FaZe and Rose now going at it. So we have a battle for second. And a battle for fourth going on. It's hard to cover both of these at the same time. Looks like Rose is trying to make a move, fakes the move on FaZe, tries to unsettle him through the bus stop. Doesn't look like it had any effect on him. So definitely losing time. Maverick lines up another move on Darkster. Darkster defending into turn one. Late on the brakes, side by side through it. Now Maverick has the advantage through the International Horseshoe. I stand corrected. As Darkster, another beautiful defensive move on Maverick. Say get through calmly. Oh, we might have a move here. FaZe really trying to send it to the inside of Rose on turn 6. Really trying to get back. Sorry, trying to get by Rose. Just keep an eye on the rest of the field so I don't pigeonhole myself. Looks like a battle for the lead in the touring car. And everyone else is pretty spaced out. So we have Rose and FaZe going by some slower traffic through the bus stop. Let's check back on this battle. As Maverick yet again lines up another attempt. Darkster with almost a car length advantage. It's Maverick almost goes sideways out of turn one. Let's get back to the battle of not much of a battle. Let's give these guys some screen time. See what's going on with these gentlemen, Mashiro and Ferrari. Now let's get back onto the battle for second. As Darkster holding off Maverick like his life depends on it. We're now winding down. Poping still off on his own. No, Darkster's trying to reel him in, but having to drive in his rear view mirror to keep Maverick behind him is costing him some time. Looks like Rose has backed off from the battle for fourth, as FaZe is now joining the battle for second. Slowly getting into draft range. Definitely has a pace advantage as he doesn't have to worry so much about the car in front of him just yet. They are definitely stacking up for the battle for second. See if we have any other battles going on. I think the rest of the field is pretty well solidified. Ender running 8th, Insanity running 9th. Rainsu running 7th. Arkina running 6th. Yeah, we just have this battle for second in the GTP category going on. Let's see how well this goes. As FaZe now definitely has a draft. We'll get on board with FaZe here. Go ahead and hide this UI. Get through the bus stop cleanly. It looks like Maverick didn't have that well of a run. FaZe is looking for a move on the outside. The Darks are looking in his rearview mirror, probably wondering where FaZe came from. I think Maverick just went into the pit lane. Maverick and Darks are both into the pit lane. As now FaZe is at second. We'll definitely be watching those two as they come out. As now Rose moves up into third place. Arkina into fourth. We'll see if Rose is going to put some pressure on FaZe now, as there's not a congested field in front of them to worry about. It's now a battle for 6th that Darkster and Maverick join in. It looks like Darkster will have the advantage, a slight advantage coming out of pit road. Not a whole lot of time left on the clock. Imagine these guys are on soft tires. Let me verify when the stint will end. I don't want to tell the viewers the wrong information. Quite a gap now between FaZe and Rose. Oh, that is the wrong server I wanted to click on. Here we go. Daytona 24 forum. Still have the battle between Darkster and Maverick going on. Field seems to have definitely spread out. This is the only battle we're looking at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on... Oh, Maverick has gotten past Darkster. See if Darkster can make something happen. Ooh. Definitely getting into the rear bumper of Maverick. Sorry, I just completely squirrel-brained. Let's get back to this. Maverick is still leading as FaZe jumps into the pits. So you're hot on the hot on each other as FaZe jumps out of the pits and now joins the battle for 5th on fresh tires. These two have been running for quite some time as Darkster gets a little squirrely around the slower traffic there. Darks are getting the pass done before the bus stop, but Maverick will not let him have it so easily. So it looks like they almost go side by side through it. Darks are backing out to get the run for turn 1. Is now FaZe hot on their tail. Darks are hot on the bumper of Maverick, definitely jumping to that super high line as he cuts down the track and takes the inside from Maverick. Definitely taking advantage of the lapped traffic there as he goes flying into turn 1, getting the pass done. See if he can hold on to it through the international horseshoe. Looks like Maverick's looking to the inside and sees SF Michaels there and doesn't want to force anything. So now Darkster's just running off from Maverick. Let's check on, come on. Check on the rest of the field. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's check on the rest of the field. Poping's still your leader. Rose coming into the pits. Might lose between 1 or 2 positions, but it's definitely doing an undercut to hopefully maintain that for any late, super late race pit stops. As Arkina comes into 2nd place, Rainsu will jump into 3rd. So a lot of touring car traffic coming into turn 1 and into the infield complex as Rose will have to navigate. Let's get back onto this battle between Darkster and Maverick. It's Maverick hot on the tail of Darkster still. Where will Rose come out? I believe Rose will come out right behind FaZe. And it looks like he has as he rejoins the track. Yeah, Poping's just running off with this. Let's get back to this battle for 4th as they hit some traffic. Darks are hoping to use either Ferrari or the other cars as kind of a speed bump for Maverick as he goes a little sideways out of turn 6. Not a fantastic run for him. He seems to have put a considerable gap on Maverick now. FaZe hot behind him. And Rose... Oh, that's right. Rose just came out of the pit lane. Let's see what move Maverick has for Darkster now. I think they've shown each other their playbook quite a bit this race. Starts really holding it on the inside. Side by side through turn 1, yet again, hard on the brakes for both of the cars. Maverick with the slight advantage into the international horseshoes. He lunges to the inside, forcing Darkster onto that high line, but he will definitely have a better run, as we see here coming through the dog leg. Yet again, just locked in a battle as the majority of our touring car drivers jump. What did I just do? Okay, I clicked on Michaels. I'm sorry. So majority of our touring car drivers come in more than likely for their last set of tires. So now SF Michaels is in the lead, followed by Kimi, Mashiro, Toaster Lord. As Dartzer goes into the pits, will Maverick follow him? No, he will not. Maverick will stay out. As Rainsu goes into the pits as well. Rose will come by. Ender comes back up into 6th. Now we have a battle for 3rd between FaZe and Maverick. Poping's still running off with it. Arkina pretty far ahead of 3rd and 4th. TBR Rose and Ender in a decent battle as well. We'll watch Maverick. Oh, this lines up perfectly. We can watch Maverick and FaZe come through the bus stop, and then Rose and Ender, as Ender sets up, tries to set something up as Arkina comes into the pits now. Maverick and FaZe side by side through the bus stop. Looks like FaZe was forced to the inside. Doesn't get a really good run out of that. He'll have to claw some of that back. Let's take a look at Rose and Ender. So Ender seems to be trying to make a move and passes Rose on the inside. Let's see if he can hold it. Can he hold off Rose into turn 1? Blocking wide. Single file into turn 1, which we like to see. Rose looking to the inside. Ender should be looking to defend the horseshoe, and he does. Really winding down as now Poping comes in for a pit stop. Loads of time. Because now they are side by side coming to the bus stop. We definitely want to take a look at this. Rose has a slight advantage. I think Ender is going to concede. No, he's not. Rose is conceding. Ender is taking the advantage through his... Oh no, we have a touring car off in the bus stop. Doesn't affect anybody. Who was that went off? I believe it was Rottweilers that went through. So Ender with a considerable gap on TBR Rose through the infield complex. Who look to be coming up on... Okay, so that was FaZe and Maverick that are in a dead heat battle for 2nd. They're side by side through turn 6 as Rose gets a pass on him. Michaels and Kimi coming in for their last set of pit stops. Now Rose putting a considerable gap on Ender. Let's shift to the battle for... I'm not sure what happened to, Oh, Ender's in the pits. See, Maverick is continuing to hold off FaZe. So the field is spread out. It's a battle for... Nope, not a battle for 8th or 9th. Come on, I want to give these GRT guys some love. Give me a battle. The people crave GRT action. Alright, we'll jump on board for this battle for 2nd. Maverick almost jumping onto the apron there. FaZe hot on the tail of him through the bus stop. Oh! Oh no! Not a good exit for Maverick as they split Dragon. As they're now side by side coming through NASCAR 4 onto the front stretch. We'll see how this plays out for turn 1. Maverick defending hard on the inside. FaZe trying to get the power down early, taking advantage of that outside grip. Trying to get a move done, but can't get it done for the International Horseshoe. They're definitely trying to close the gap on Poping. But I don't believe there's a whole lot of time left for these guys. We shall see. We're getting really close to it. Their field is definitely spread out. Pending Mishiro making another pit stop as Maverick goes into the pits, as FaZe goes into 2nd place. Zerkina jumps into 3rd. Rose jumping to 4th. Rainsu and Darkser potentially making the jump as well. Let's see what we have going on now. Poping definitely leading. The top three of the GTP class is very spread out, followed by Rose, Rainsu. Now looks like Maverick and Darkster are back at it. Let's tune in on this battle. Darkster makes a move to the inside through the bus stop. As they go side by side, Maverick having to jump on the brakes to stop from turning Darkster. Dragon goes into the pits for his potentially last time. Maverick looking for a move and a lunge on the inside through the Western Horseshoe, getting the pass done. I don't think Darkster was expecting that to happen. Very surprised move from Maverick as he's just driving, essentially driving it like he stole it. It was a beautiful pass done by Maverick. Still clicking through to see if we have any battles. Hopefully for the GRT class, as we have not given them much screen time. As Darkster faking a move. Look to have unsettled. Oh, and he has turned Maverick in the bus stop. Oh, no. It's absolutely devastating. Let's turn our attention to the battle for fourth. Something seems to have... I guess not the battle for fourth. I think FaZe... I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure if FaZe has any damage. Or what seems to be going on. Let's check on board with FaZe. No damage. Oh, he just came out of the pits. Okay. I'm dumb. So FaZe is out of the pits on fresh tires. Hopefully to hold off Darkster, who had a bit of an incident with Maverick through the bus stop. And clean racing between the two, very hard racing as well. Such a gap between the top 5 of the GTP class. Give me a battle for touring cars, please. The people require touring cars. Here, let's give Mashiro some screen time. There we go. Can't give it all to these guys, you know. Oh, there's a battle for 5th going on. We'll watch that in the mini map. Mashiro. It was a very, very loud, screamy RX-7. There's still... It's such a large gap in the touring cars as well. Let's give Toaster Lord some screen time. There we go. This is a beautiful livery. Check back in on these guys. FaZe seems to be putting some distance between him and Darkster. Let's give these guys some screen time, some much appreciated screen time. And it looks like Stint1 has finished up. I see some results coming through. I don't believe that's Stint1 actually. No, that is Stint3 is finished up. It looks like your leaders in... Let me focus on this. And as these guys reach their end point, I will update you on what is going on in Stint3, but it looks... or not Stint3. Lobby C seems to have finished. Our top 5 seems to be Poping, followed by Arkina, followed by Rose. Very hard fought race and stint for TBR Rose. Then Rainsu, who is your biggest mover of Stint1. Gaining 8 positions. Then FaZe in 5th, who is gaining heavily on Rainsu. Let's see if he can get it done before the stop command is given. I don't believe he will, but he is giving it his all. Definitely forcing his way through the slower traffic. I don't believe he will get it done. Let's see. Oh, he might. Looks like the driver to watch right now will be FaZe as he tries to reel in Rainsu. It looks like he's in draft range. I think Rainsu's... I don't know if Rainsu's gonna try and defend this, but I don't believe there's much time left. Let's see what happens. As FaZe gets the pass done on the stop command, barely. Let's get a look at how close this is. Not a... Yeah, we'll use a rail camera, why not? Literally a car length between these two drivers. My goodness. Oh, as... Where is he going? Where is he gone? Yep, go ahead, back up. You're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, a little far. Is this a difference between Rainsu and FaZe? This cannot be the difference. There's no way. I can't even tell who has the advantage. This camera does not like me. Game cameras. That cannot be the difference between these two cars. There is an inch of difference. Alrighty, looks like Stint2 has come to an end. As they're gathering their results. Let me verify who is going to be streaming. Verify who's going to be streaming Stint2 for you guys as I can figure out how to work my computer. Come on. It was an unbelievable finish by these two. me figure out if I'm doing something wrong. I probably am. You guys will be tuning over to... Why am I being dumb? Broadcast information. You'll be swapping over to PTG Quacken for Stint1 coverage. Let me copy his Twitch, drop that in the chat. Oh my goodness, I copied the text of the entire thing. I'm sorry guys, computers are new to me. Believe it or not. Control C. There we go, it is in the chat. FaZe might have no mic, so his car drove. Okay, no, that's fine. We definitely watched him, drive back. Let me go to figure out what's going on. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. This is your finishing order for Stint2. Sorry, Stint... Why is my brain not working? B Lobby Stint1 finishing order. Poping, Arkina, Rose, FaZe, Rainsu by almost an inch. Darkser, Insanity, Mashiro, Toaster Lord. Fight. Let's see. Alrighty. Go ahead and get these end credits rolling and get you shifted over to Stint2. It's a pleasure having you guys with me watching this. Hopefully the race continues flawlessly for all teams involved. Thank you, and until next time, cheers.